The book Atomic Habits can change the rest of your 2022 and put you down the right path to success. So for those of you who don't know, the book Atomic Habits is a very popular book. I'm sure many of you have already read it. But if you haven't, definitely go check it out. I was able to get it at the library, so I paid that free $99, but you can also get it at any bookstore or even Amazon for fairly cheap, and I definitely recommend this book. That's why today I'm going to be talking about the 3 biggest takeaways I got from reading this book. Let's get into it. The first thing that I took away is that goals are overrated. Now that sounds crazy, right? Like the book is about achieving success, how to build habits. So you'd think like, oh, you gotta have goals. But no, the book actually breaks it down. The point is to have a system in place rather than just having goals. And what they talk about is creating a lifestyle system. So let's use an example to break down exactly what the book talks about. A goal is very binary. Either you achieve the goal or you don't. There's no in-between space, right? So let's use the example that you're trying to lose 60 pounds in 6 months, right? But let's say in 6 months you only lost 45 pounds. Did you fail or did you still succeed? Because technically you failed the goal. The goal is 60 pounds in 6 months. You only lost 45 pounds. But from where you started, you lost 45 pounds in 6 months. Like you were at 0 pounds lost and you got all the way to 45. So even though you fell short, you still achieved something. And that's what the book kind of talks about. The book says you do not rise to the levels of your goals, but you fall to the levels of your system. Okay, and I totally agree with what this book is saying, and it kind of changed my perspective as well. It's more important to have the system in place. Let's use that example once again with the weight loss. Let's say you have one person who has a really good system in place. They're starting to eat healthy. They're starting to drink more water. They're starting to work out. They're finding time to work out. They're doing all these things like going to sleep or getting more sleep, things like that. They have a system in place. And let's say in 6 months, they only lost 45 pounds. Let's say person B is so fixated on losing that 60 pounds in 6 months, they're doing whatever. They don't care about sleep. They don't care about healthy habits. They don't care about that system. They're doing it by any means. Maybe they're like not eating. Maybe they're, doing sketchy diets, whatever. But at 6 months, they get to that 60 pounds. The person A who built that system, even though they didn't achieve that 60 pounds in 6 months, they're going to continue those habits because they already have those habits built in and ingrained. So let's say in 8 months, now they've lost 70 pounds. That person already has that system in place, those habits in place. They already growing those habits to where now it's going to be much easier to continue their progress. Even though they only got to 45, they'll be able to continue the progress. But person B who just went to achieve that goal, they have no reason to achieve anything else past that, right? They got to their number, that's it. Their reward is done. They don't have that system in place where they want to keep achieving more. That's what the book talks about. And I think that's very important to just have a system in place rather than just trying to achieve numerical goals. Number 2 is habit stacking. Now, this is something that I actually already was doing before I read this book, but it's really cool to see that the book talks about this and kind of put like a concept to something that you're already doing and see that it's backed up by what this book is saying. Pretty much it's a sequence of stacking habits. Let's say, for example, you wake up and the first thing you do is you do 15 minutes of meditation. The second thing you do is take a cold shower. The third thing you do is eat a healthy breakfast. Fourth thing you do is read 20 pages. You're starting the day with like habits, right? You're already in the motion. You already did one thing, so now you're going to the next thing. Now you're going to the next thing. Now you're going to the next thing. You just want to knock stuff out and kind of getting in that groove of, you do one thing that's positive. Okay, let me do one more. Let me do one more. Let me do one more. So now you've done 4 things that are positive and you already have a great start to your day. Now, obviously, this doesn't have to be just for the start of the day. It can be done in any part of the day. It's something that people already do, and maybe it's not even in a positive light. So let's look at a negative habit stacking that people might do. Let's say you're on a diet and you eat a pizza for lunch. Okay, that might be a negative, right? That's a negative thing. You're on a diet and you ate a pizza. That's not gonna be good for you. So a negative habit stack might be, oh, well, I already ate a pizza. Might as well eat dessert. Oh, well, I already ate pizza and dessert. No point in going to the gym today. Oh, I already ate pizza, ate dessert, didn't go to the gym. Might as well have a few drinks tonight. See how that negative habit stack that already happens in certain people's lives can affect you, right? That's why it's good to have that positive habit stacking. Things I like about habit stacking is that it's very easy to add other tasks to your thing, right? Let's say you're already in the process of habit stacking. It can be very easy to just add something to that because you're already in the group. That's what I really like about it. It gives you small wins throughout the day and it really motivates you to keep going, especially if you start early in the day. You knock out 3-4 things, you're gonna be much more motivated later on in the day to continue your good habits and continue to get better. The final thing and the most important thing, I think this is not really just one point, it's the whole book, is the whole idea of this book is on this point, is to get 1% better. Pretty much what the book talks about is getting 1% better every single time you do something. Pretty much that does small little habits, a small 1% add up to a huge percent at the end. That's what this graph right here is really talking about. One way to look at it is an investment. Your habits are like an investment. Those long-term investments, you might not see the residual income. You know, you're only getting, $100 this year, $200 next year, 1%, 1%. But that 1% adds up to when you're 60 and you're retiring, now you have $1 million in retirement because that 1% adds up. And one example in the book that really opens your mind to this is this plane example, where he talks about how if you're starting in LAX and you're going to New York City and you're just 3.5 degrees off the line to get to NYC, you'll end up in Washington, DC. That 3.5 degrees tilt, that 3.5 degrees difference ends up in a whole different location. That's kind of how to look at it. Like 1% better every single day is better than trying to get 1% worse. Imagine getting 1% worse at something every single day. You're gonna end up at a really bad position, that 1%. So that's kind of what the whole book talks about. Just continue to do the small things, do the habit stacking, have the system in place, do the 1% to get better every single time, and that's gonna pay off in the end. Like 1%, it doesn't take that much to get 1% better, but 1% is gonna lead to 2%, it's gonna lead to 3%, it's gonna lead to 10%, 50%, and then you're gonna become really good at a thing you wanna become really good at. Overall, I think this is a really great book that everybody should check out, especially if you're on the self-improvement path like I am. It's a very easy read, and it's very important. It's not gonna change your life. You're not gonna read this book and like, you know what, my life has changed. But if you read this book and you implement what they're talking about and you're already on this path of self-improvement, it's definitely a great asset to read this book. But let me know what you guys think. Have you guys read this book? What do y'all take aways from this book? And what books are you reading now? You know, the next book I'm reading is this book. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But this is the book I'm reading next. So let me know what's on your guys' book list, what you guys are reading next. But until next time, I appreciate it. If you like this video, make sure you drop a like and sub. I'm definitely gonna do more like reviews of books as I read. I'll probably do this one next, but let me know what y'all think. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.